Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Global
Digital.
Digital Success Talks. And today we have a special guest. She is coming all the way from the Philippines, and she will be joining us in a few minutes. But let's introduce ourselves first. So, hi, everyone. My name is Sandy. I am originally from Panama, but I currently reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner.
Hello, everyone. My name is Isabel. I'm originally from Mexico, but I live in North Carolina, USA. I'm a mom, a wife, and a grandma. I work for the school system as an educational assistant, and I'm also a proud digital business owner.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Adejo. I live in Saskatchewan, province of Canada. I'm a mother of five. I'm a supply chain specialist by profession. I'm a digital business owner and a coach by passion. I'm happy to be here this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Elizabeth. So we want to remind everyone that every Tuesday and every Thursday, we have our live webinar at 5 p.m. PST, uh, 7 p.m. CST, and 8 p.m. EST. So if you want to learn how you can earn online, you can just register in our websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we can send you that link. So if you want to catch up the replay link from last Thursday, these were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Okay, so last Thursday, our host was Rebecca. She's a buyer and planner. Didim is a compliance technician. Nim is an engineer. And Shamali is a former microbiologist. So this was our host and panelist.
And we also have Nikki J, who is a nurse care manager. We have Lavani, former software engineer, that is now doing our digital business full time. We have Pooja, early childhood educator. Then we have Nguyet Ann, a hematology and blood transfusion manager, department manager. These are powerful people that are rocking our digital business, guys.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and thank you, Isabel. Um, So yeah, so I just want to mention that our replays has subtitles in any languages, and our live webinars have subtitles now in 5 languages. So that's Spanish, French, Tagalog, Vietnamese, and Arabic. Okay, so let's bring our guest to the studio. Hi, Karen. Thank you for coming.
Thank you also for having me, Sandy, Isabel, and Elizabeth. And nice meeting you.
Thank you so much.
Meeting you,
Um,
Karen.
I know it's very early over there in the Philippines right now. So would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Yes, it's 8:35.
Nice.
Yes, thank you so
Wow.
much. So my name is Karen Faye Quintino. I am an accountant by profession. So I worked as an accountant for 15 years. But currently, I'm a full-time mom, and that is started in 2015. So I'm with my kids. I have 3 kids. I'm also a wife. And my hobbies includes running the marathon, and I also love plants. So that's all about me.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's proceed to the questions.
Okay, Karen, first question is, can you share your story on how you discovered this business? What was the turning point that convinced you to take the leap and pursue it?
So thank you so much. You know what? My journey to being a business owner is quite long. So as I have shared a while ago, I work as an accountant for 15 years. So that's really my passion. I'm a career woman by nature, but when I started to have kids, my priorities shifted. So I had my eldest way back in 2005, 2006, sorry, and he was diagnosed with autism in 2009. So he was 3 years old back then. I was on the top of my career, enjoying my life as an accountant. But when I learned about his disability, I started to really pray to God to help me, because I wanted to stay home so I can really take care of him. Because autism is something that, if you want to help them really succeed in life, you need to be there for them to guide them in their early stage. So my prayer back then was to quit my job and have something from home, either a business or an online job from home. And so, when I quit my job in 2015, I did two traditional business. So I came from two traditional business. The first one is bag making. We used to sew, to make bags, school bags, and then we sell them on online and offline. So I did the both, and I also sold plants. During the 2 years that we are in global crisis, everyone loves plants, and I used to
Mhm.
sell plants as well. So, but when I did those two traditional business, there's things that I realized that they are not for me. Primarily because if you do traditional business, you need to have your own store, you need to meet your clients, you need to be out of your home, you need to do your inventory, you need to focus on your selling, and I'm not good at those. And my purpose why I left my job is because I wanted to be with my son. Just have be there for him whenever he needs me. And if I do those traditional business, it defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose of why I left my profession. And so I prayed for a solution. I prayed to God, Lord, what if I shift to online, something online? So I was not really looking into an online business. I was looking for an online job because I am an accountant and there are a lot of accounting jobs out there. And while I was taking, because I started to take an online course about an accounting software, and I was learning this software because I wanted to accept an accounting job from a company who's using this software. And then that's also the time that I bumped into this business through War Market. And when I watched the webinar, just what she told me, just watch the webinar. And then when I watched it and I saw the potential of the business, I compared the two. I compared if I work as an online accountant versus an online business owner, and I saw the potential of this one, and I said, Lord, um, I choose to be an online business owner. So that's my journey, who I am here right now, and when I started the business.
Wow, what an amazing story. And yes, I can completely resonate with you because when I came across this opportunity, I was also looking for an online job. I wasn't looking for a business. And this came across, and I was very happy when I saw the potential and all the things that this business offers. So I'm like, yes, this is the answer to my prayers. And even though I was a little fearful of everything that it included, especially this social media part, I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. And I started last year, and I'm very happy that I did. And just making life changing things for me. This business is really doing things that I thought were impossible, for me to learn all these new um skills that I didn't have in my radar before. But I'm very happy with it, and I'm happy that you found this business because this is a good fit for you and for your family, because you can be there for your son and earn from home, and take care of him.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next question.
Hi, Karen. So, did you ever have any doubts or hesitations about starting your business? If so, how did you overcome them? Because I've seen a lot of people, they see this business, see our testimonies, they are motivated to join. 2 days, 3 days again, they want to change their mind. They are hesitating, they are doubting themselves. Has that ever happened to you since you started? How did you overcome it?
Yes, actually, it took me like 2 to 3 webinars before I jumped in and started my first. I took the 30 days guarantee, 30 days risk free guarantee amount, and
Yeah.
then when I started the business, first the top two things that made me hesitated is that first is because I'm an accountant. My goal is to work with company. I want to work with company who are legitimate. And if we whenever we hear something online, there are doubts. If is this a scam? Is this real? And that's my question as well when I started the business. When I saw this opportunity, but then what I did is that to overcome that one, I watched the webinar and I studied the business, our affiliated companies, and I did my due diligence, of course, and that's how, because and I also learned that the company is already 50 years in the industry. Way back then it's only 48 years, but now it's already 50 years and more in the industry. And that made me like me it gave me confidence that I'm on the right track. I'm working with the right people and working with the right company. And the second hesitation that I have is that I am a very private person. I'm not into social media. Though I have Facebook back then, I only use it
Yeah.
to talk. The messenger part, I only use it to talk with relatives, to greet my loved ones during their birthdays and special occasions. But I don't really use it to post about my life. I don't want to show everyone about what I'm doing every day, to share to them. You keep things to yourself. I keep things to myself. And I said that, of course, I when I when I started, before I started, think about what do I need to give, what do I need to do, and I understand that I really need to be in social media in order to do this one. Of course, there are a lot of strategies because our audience right now who are watching, this is one of their top fears to really go online, go live like this. And we want to tell you that there are different strategies. But for me, I accepted the challenge. I said, because I saw the compensation plan, and I was in love with the compensation plan, that I decided to really do the business and face my fears. I need to face my fears in order to have something. Because this is something good. This is the answer to my prayer, and in order to do this one, I need to have that confidence. So the training is so awesome. It helped me to really overcome those hesitations, the fear of social media, the fear of going live, the fear of posting. And there's also one thing that I remember way back then, that when I was praying and God presented it to me, I said, Lord, don't want to be in social media. I don't want to really share my life. I don't, because I'm not really, I just have a simple life. I'm a simple mom. I don't have I'm that rich person who has a good life. But there is one thing, and praise that God told me, just go and inspire people with who you are. With your life as an autism mom, a special need mom, and just show them, because you don't know who you are attracting. And those are the things that help me to really step out. And here I am now. So that's the answer to your question.
I truly love your story because, first of all, I was just laughing because you were scared of social media. You're a simple person, but our business is all about promoting your business online. And I believe over these 5 or 4 years, you have overcome that fear. But first of all, it's just to overcome the doubts and the hesitation and take a leap of faith. And today, here we are. You're a success story. That is why you are our special guest today. And coming to the what you mentioned about 50 years, yes, absolutely. That was also the reason why I joined. I joined February this year, and in that period, everybody was planning to travel in July to Japan for the anniversary, and they kept saying 50th anniversary. I said to myself, where have I been? A business that have existed 50 years must be doing something right. You understand? And I had a sneak peek to the private Facebook group. As at then, it was around less than 20,000, 200,000 people. But guess what? I think that group is the fastest growing group right now. As at today, it's 225,000 members that are using our digital platform to excel and to make a success for themselves and their family. So those people cannot be wrong. It's all about taking a leap of faith and just, coming, trusting your instinct, and you overcome that fear. Today, Karen, you're a success. You are motivation. You are an inspiration to us in the community. Thanks for coming today, and thank you for your words.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Karen. Okay, I'm gonna go with the next question.
Okay. Our next question is, how do you balance family, work, and your online business?
Yes. You know what I realized when I started to be a full-time mommy, that being a full-time mommy is more is even busier than having a full-time job. Because after having a full-time job, I can less, you rest and do some light house chores. But as a full-time mommy, it's a 24/7 duty. And it's really very hard to balance, but having that goal in mind and keeping your focus on what at least you need to accomplish within the day, because we have these daily methods of operation at least. So what I do now is to balance my life. um, I work 1 to 3 hours a day. So sometimes there are, during holidays, of course, weekends, I work less because my husband is here, he's here, and everybody is here, and I wanted to spend more time with them. And I work more on the weekdays. So I work 1 to 3 hours per day, and then it's not really spontaneous working. I do it in the pockets of my time. So like 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, and I do some in the evening. So that's very awesome, right? So that's what I also love about the business, the flexibility that it brings. And uh, what I do is also I put, whenever we go out of house, because there are opportunities to also talk about your business or at least post in your business page. I also do those. Um, that's also how I show my life to other people. Sometimes I go live whenever I'm outside the home. Um, with my family or doing my running in the morning. So that's how I balance, because when you do the business, it's also important to have to enjoy something, like you have a hobby, because it's really very hard, because as a woman, we have different aspects of our life. We're not only mothers, we are also, we have our career, of course, and we also have our me time. I also have my me time. So that's my running, and sometimes I also watch drama. That's also one. So I balance those one, because it keeps your sanity as a person, because you're not only working for other people, you also want to do have something for your own. And doing the business, I can see that this is also my me time. This is something that I have. I wanted to excel in this one. And that's how I really balance everything. So that's it for me.
I love the way you've brought in the aspect of self-care, because most of the time we are focused in the business, the family, and then we forget ourselves. When we are parents, or when we are just focused on what we need to do, the business, the family, and we forget about ourselves. So, and you know what? Just the way you said that you cannot balance. There's no you can say you can balance. You can balance. It's just a matter of finding how you can create time, because at the end of the day, your business is still important. It's the one that is giving you your why, so that you can support your family, you can support your children. So there's no way you can put one aside and say you want to focus on one aspect. Yeah. Thank you for sharing your insight on that. It's just amazing that every day we are getting to learn a lot of things on how we can just realize that it's a matter of managing our activities. There's no way you can say you want to manage your time. Time is hard to manage. It's just a matter of prioritizing your time. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so the next question. So what are three benefits that you have gained from your online business?
My top favorite is still personal development, because who I am now, from where I am now from who I am 2 years ago when I started the business. That it's really a turnaround of 180 degrees. You know that one. You're a changed person. Not a bad change, but it's a good change. So way back then, I used to be really very introvert. I have less friends. I am reserved. That's how I describe myself. I'm reserved, but now I am more open. I am more open to really share about my life, because that's whenever I share my story, there are people who gets inspired, and then through that through this online business, my personality has like developed. So in here, a lot of us now can like talk to other people like this. We meet a lot of friends, and also you have that confidence. Just having that confidence to share about what you think about your views and your thoughts. Those
Mhm.
are part of the personal development that I had. And of course, learning social media advertising is a big part of our personal development, because it's like, for me, it's like taking another course in college, because this is such a skill that we are learning, because this is our daily activity. And I am proud to have learned this one, the social media advertising, which is part of my personal development as well. And the another one is, number two, is the mindset. In this business, and I believe that in any business, mindset has a big part in order to be like to be successful. And in this business, we are what is required of us is 80% correct mindset and 20% skills or the strategy. And through the trainings that our coaches and mentors are conducting every week, it has helped me to really shift and believe in myself. And just know that you can do this one, just like how others did it as well. And then the number three is, of course, I had financial gains so far. I am now on my fourth milestone in the business. And, though it was like it's not easy, it was not an easy journey, but I am proud of what God had gave me. So God had gave me blessings, financial blessings. Being a full-time
Mhm.
mommy, way back then, I don't have my own money. I used to ask for my husband, "Oh, can you give me something? I want to buy a bag. I want to buy a shoes." Way back I remember. But of course, if when you see that you have just limited, because one stream of income for a family is not enough in these present days. You need like multiple streams of income. And I'm shy to ask my husband. I'm shy to ask him, can I uh, share an amount from my parents' medicine? So I'm shy. But now, I'm happy, because even with just a small amount, I can share for my husband's monthly medicine, because they are like on their 70s right now, and they're having this monthly medicine. And I'm just so happy whenever I tell people that it's coming from my earnings. And also I can contribute to our food right now, to what we want to buy, because sometimes you're just focused on your needs, but there are things that you want to buy as well for yourself, right? And those are not part of your you cannot afford those with your just 9 to 5 job. But now God has put this business as our plan B, and also our extra source of income to help us also buy the things that we want for ourselves. So those are the three things that I have, top three things that I have gained from doing this online business.
Thank you so much, Karen. Yes. I think we all relate to what you say, in terms, coming to the business, and getting, personal development, like you mentioned, when you saw yourself when you started and who you are now, you're totally a different person. And the same to us, when we started the business, like I was also afraid of going lives, I didn't like to be, and also was like a reserve, but the same thing, like I overcome my fears because that was the only way that I could communicate with the audience, I make that connection with the audience, um, and share the opportunity. So having the self development, that we get here, it really helps you push you to go out of your comfort zone, and it's amazing. The other thing you mentioned was about the mindset, and again, one of the training that we have here in our online business is the mindset, and you mentioned is 80% of mindset, and the rest, is just the skill of resources. um, so that's another thing, like I thought that I had a strong mindset, but when I came to this business, I realized that you can have a mindset, but if you don't feed your mindset every day, it's like a muscle, like if you don't train, your muscle is going to get weak. So that same thing, I face one of my weakness on my journey, and I realized, okay, I thought that I had a strong mindset, but then I fail on that moment. So now, I keep feeding myself, with motivational videos, audiobooks, that keeps me that. strong mindset to be able to be resilient and overcome those challenges that come my way. So the training that we have, it is amazing, especially now that we move into the new platform. I like the layout that they have put focusing, on the mindset before you start your training. So that is amazing. The other point that you talk, congratulations on your first milestone. That is an amazing
Congratulations.
uh, win that you have. So congratulations to that. And yeah, that's just the beginning.
Congratulations.
So from here, it's gonna get easier for you. So I'm so happy for you. And yes, that like you mentioned, it's not an easy road to get there. Like we all have different journeys along the way, but looking back, how many things we have overcome together. That's the reward that we get, from us. The journey. Uh, so we gotta enjoy our journey to where we wanna reach. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that with us and with the audience. Okay, so the next question.
So we've talked about mindset and all that. Previous person talked about that. But I would like to know how you stay motivated and focused.
This I have learned that online business is like for me, as if I compare it with the traditional business, this is something that is harder because it is really a test of faith. In here, you have a test. You will have test of
Mhm.
faith, of character, and emotion. We are talking with different people every day, so different races as well, and sometimes there are a lot of situations wherein you get out of focus. You get down. You feel sad that someone talked to you that way. you know so in order to stay motivated, and also of course there are different we have different situations at home. And me as a special need mom, I'm also like facing a lot of challenges with him every day, and sometimes this keeps me out of focus. But in order to be motivated, to stay motivated, still praying is the top thing that helped me. And I really pray every day. Pray to God that everything will come out, will be okay. And also, just a while ago when I felt that I was losing my sight, or I was losing my focus, I went back to my why. I just remember, why did I start it in the first place? Why am I here in the first place? So that gave me strength to restart again. When you remember why you started in the first place, the tendency is for you to restart and do it again, and so that you will have that stamina, that the joy when you started the business. So those are just the top two things that I do every day: my prayer, and always going back, rewinding. Oh, why did you start in the first place? So if you will not do this one, what will you do? You wanted to have your plan B in life, but then if you drop this one, so what will you do, Karen? So I said, yes, I started the business because I was looking for something flexible, something portable, and something that will give my family a good future, because we have a very lucrative compensation plan here. And just eyes on the price. I'm just always looking at the price. This is what I will get. And so that's how I stayed motivated.
I truly love your response. I was just smiling all through. First of all, everything you say resonate with me. If you leave this plan B, this company, this business, what else in the world can give you the peace of mind, the happiness this business brings to us? That is the question. So there is no negotiation here, no going back. This business gives us happiness. So, and the second thing that really truly touched me was the prayer part. When I first started this business, I took 1 month out to pray. That is my secret. People don't know. I prayed, and I have seen 2 or 3 other friends that said to me, God specifically spoke to them in their dreams that this is the business they should do. So whether they are seeing results or not, they will stay the course, they will stay motivated and focused because they heard it clearly and expressly. One thing I love about this business, God is in it. Most of the people in this business keep saying God, 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 and that truly makes me happy because they have a relationship with God. Because what shall it profit all of us at the end of the day? Let me not preach. I can preach. So this business, thank you for your response because they are all the reasons why I'm here. When I look at my 5 kids, they are the why, the strong reason. That is my big why on my vision board. And you mentioned it. Prayer is also the foundation for everything. So thank you so much for sharing that. It resonates with me. We share the same vision and ideals. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so let's go to the next question.
Okay, Karen, from your experience, what are the three key habits that have contributed to your success as an entrepreneur?
The top in our group, we have the savers. We have the so-called savers. I know si Sandy knows that one. So savers stands for silence. You have your silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and striving. So as part of my silence, that's my prayer time, and as part of my exercise, that's my running time. So I make sure that even if I don't do the six of this one before I start my day, but most are already done before I start my day. Because whenever I did my prayer first before I do my mother duties, you know, and you face you check your social media, check your business, check your ad running. When before I do this one, those things, I make sure that as much as possible, I'm done with my prayer. I'm done with my exercise. I'm done with my running. I'm done with my daily motivation, my affirmations, and everything, because are those will help me to be an effective entrepreneur. This will help me to face the world, to face my business, to face my business partners who are also asking. So that's one. That's my top key habits that I'm doing right now. And like I have shared a while ago, it's about uh, nurturing yourself first before you go out. And savers is part of how I nurture myself as a person, as an individual. And the second one is consistency. It's really very hard to. It's really very easy to give up sometimes, but just go into your why and just be consistent. Even if you don't feel like doing it, I still at least 1 hour I post on my social media, and I do income producing activity. Even though not all, but at least I make sure that I do something for my business, and I keep my as much as possible. Of course, your goal here is to generate leads. So I keep my as part of being consistent. You need to really like uh, your goal is to look for people who also want to start their own online business. So like the advertising is part of this. You need to be consistent in that part. And then the third one is patience. You know, if you are like for me, I came from employment, and I used to receive paychecks every 15, twice a month. And of course, in the business, it's a different story. Sometimes you receive it one time, big time, but sometimes it's not. And sometimes there are also business owners whose planting season is really very long. Uh, but you just keep in mind that here we are growing a seed that we are not expecting to really harvest tomorrow. So I'm keeping my patience that, okay, Karen, just plant or nurture your seeds, and later on you will see results. And that's the beauty of this online business. Because we all know that later on we will harvest even with just little efforts. Because in the beginning, of course, you need to put on your training. We need to train. We need to master the skills. And that's part of our planting. That's part of being, you need to really be patient, because learning advertising is hard. Sometimes people give up learning the advertising aspect of this business. But that's one secret on how to be successful is the advertising. So you really need to master the skill. be patient. And part of being patient also is be patient with yourself. Sometimes there are things that it's really very hard to learn. When I did my training, there are videos that I need to redo 2 to 3 times in order to understand. You know that one? Because it's something that's new for me. Though I am an accountant, but this is different. And I need to be patient with myself. Karen, you can do it. I keep telling myself, just be patient. You can do it. You will learn it eventually. So those are my the key habits that led me to where I am now.
Thank you so much for sharing. Wow, that those are so inspirational. Starting your day with affirmation, with prayer, visualization. Those are the things that really give you the inspiration and the motivation to focus on the things that matter to you, and you can really look the day ahead of you when you do all these things, because you already did, you had this time to prepare yourself for the day. So I really like that. And then yes, we have to be consistent. That's one thing we have to do in this business, is just being consistent, and do our business, be there, posting, doing lives, whatever it is that we have to do. But we have to be active in our business pages, because we are the ones who are running this business. Nobody else is going to come do it for us. And then patience, yes, that's one of our favorites, I think, because I don't think that we know about patience till we start doing this business, because we really need the patience, um, with ourselves to begin with, because we want results and we want everything and we want it fast. But we have to learn that there is a learning curve, that we have to put that time, to develop ourselves and to really learn the business before we see the results. So, just being patient with us, with others, with the training, and just having the discipline to do this. It really takes a lot. It's a lot to learn, but yet it is giving us so much confidence and self-growth every time we learn something new. So this business is really amazing, with all the things that it offers for us, for our personal development, and the potential that we have, as far as the earnings. So yes, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so let's go to the next question.
Okay, so our next question is, kindly tell us, share with our audience, for those who are still on the fence about starting their own online business, what advice would you offer to help them make a decision today?
You know, it took me like 2 to 3 webinars to watch before I believed in what the business offers in this business. And I know that I and you have a lot of audience who have been there already for like years, sitting and doing, oh, will she succeed? Looking at what we are doing. And there's one, because before I started, there's a lot of like considerations. There's a lot of what ifs, Lord. What if I don't succeed? What if I can't do it? What if it will not work for me? So but you know what? There's just one thing that God like impressed to me, and that is like, just take that leap of faith. You don't need to see the whole staircase, because sometimes we are just so, I want to make sure that I'm gonna succeed in this one. We wanted to see the whole staircase, but most of the time, even in traditional business or in any endeavor that we take, we're not sure if we're going to succeed, right? Even if I put a traditional business right now, I'm not sure if it will succeed. But those are the times that I was really praying for something. Lord, can you please give me something that I can do from home to help augment our income? And then this opportunity came. And I believe that that time was the right timing that I saw the business. And so if you are sure that if you are praying right now, and then you saw this go live, you saw this business opportunity, and you keep thinking about this one, then maybe it's time for you to step out and learn what is this about, and um, talk to the person who like introduce you to the business. Just take that leap of faith. You don't, and believe that in every opportunity that comes your way, you don't know which is which. Sometimes you don't know which is which, but test each opportunity that come. You have that privilege, or you have that power to check on this one, because this is we have here a 30 days guarantee. And um, having said that you have 30 days to really decide. It's easier to make a decision to start this one and see for yourself the compensation plan and what the business can offer, and see if also this will resonate with you, or this will fit your lifestyle. Because of course, when I started, I also check if this something that I can do. Is this doable? And though this is something that I don't want to do in the beginning, because I'm not into social media, I'm a private person. But when I started and I fell in love with it, and I saw that the big potential of this one, and I said to myself, you can do it, Karen. There's training inside, and you can do it. Others did it. So step out and believe that invest in the opportunities that God gave you today.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Karen. So we have arrived to the end of our live. Um, so we're just gonna do like a quick recap of what we talked today. Um, so Karen got to share her story. Um, she's an accountant, um, and she's been in the business 5 years, and she has a kid, an autism kid. She
I'm
prayed
in the
for
business for 2 years. Excuse me. I'm in the
for
business
two
for
years.
2 years.
Okay,
Yes,
sorry,
two.
2 years. Two, yeah, two. Um, and then she prayed to God, for a solution, and then um, her answer was came, with a business when she's bumped into someone, through War Market, and that's how she found about the business. And then she made the comparison between her account job and the online business, and then she saw the potential of the business. When it comes to about having doubts, she she kind of have a little bit of doubt. She had to watch the webinar 2 to 3 times before she got convinced. Um, she also wanted to make sure she wanted to work with a company that was legit. So she did her due diligence, and she found out I can't remember at the time how many 40 years, but right now
For
the company is 50 years. um and that gave her the confidence. She also mentioned that she's very private person, so not really into much social media, but fell in love with the compensation plan that we have. So she had to face her fears, um and she needed to be confident, so that's why that she was able to overcome that. When it comes to balance family, working online business, she made the comparison of being a full-time mom is a 24/7 duty, so it's more. She says it's more work than actually working full-time at work. Uh, but she makes time for her family on the weekends. So most of her work she does it during the weekdays. But she loves the flexibility of the business, that she can do her business around the day. Um, and also she say that it's important to do something else like your hobby. You need your me time, to be able to recharge and to have that energy to continue pursuing the business. um, then we also touched about the three benefits that you gain from the online business. So you mentioned, personal development, the mindset, and be able, to have that financial blessing, and all the things. A lot of people, when we come to the business, we only see the financial part of it, but we get so many other
Mhm.
benefits, like you mentioned. And one of the first benefit is that the personal development, the self growth, all the knowledge that we get, and the mindset. Also, our mindset really, really grows as we go through our journey. we become, having a strong mindset. The other thing we touched, how do you stay motivated and focused? So she said that this is harder than, traditional business, but for her, it's praying. Okay. It helps her to stay focused. And also, when she went back to her why she started the business, because that gives her a strength to restart again, gives that fuel to continue. So, and she always says, keep eyes on the prize. Um, the other thing that she mentioned, when we talk about the three key habits, she mentioned the savers. So for those who didn't catch what the savers were, savers stand for 10 minutes of silence. For her 10 minutes of silence is actually praying. And then affirmations, visualization, exercise. For her is running. She loves to run. I saw a lot of pictures of running in your business page. And then reading, and then scribe, or scripting. And then she also say, nurturing yourself before you go out. So, and that's one of the things that I learned this week, doing the savers, in the morning, the waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, because, I was one that, I usually, when I wake up, I check my cell phone to see if I got any, like any notifications or any message. And I learned this week that you gotta, like you mentioned, you gotta take care of yourself first, and then after that you take care of the business. So
Mhm.
yes, so thank you for sharing that with the audience. The other thing that you say, be consistent, uh, the consistency, be consistent and focus. Do income activities. So when you don't have time, focus on the income activities. The third one is patience, and I do relate with you when it comes to patience. That was one of the first things that I learned, and I keep learning, along my journey. So yes. And then the last one, you mentioned, you I love the way you say you don't have to see the entire staircase. I love that. Um, I love how you picture that. And then you're saying that you're praying. Uh, you were praying, when you saw the opportunity, and then you took that leap of faith. So you were saying, if this is doable, is this something I can do? And yes, a lot of people, some are skeptical, but some of the people that join the business, they have self doubts, and that's one of the reasons. It's not really that they don't want to do the business. It's just that they're thinking, am I going to be able to do it? Do I have the skills? But like you mentioned, you don't have to worry about that, because the training is provided and tailored for anyone that has zero skills, zero knowledge, and the video based train. And we have an amazing global community, that is there to support you along the way. So yeah, so if you guys want to learn how you can earn online, you can register in our live webinar every Tuesday and every Thursday, 5 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. CST, 8 p.m. EST, and 6 p.m. MST. And what time is in the Philippines?
It's 9 a.m. Of Wednesday and Friday, because I'm advanced. Like
Okay.
we are ahead of most countries, so it's Wednesday and Fridays here, 9 a.m.
My,
Mm.
yes. Um,
Wow.
So if you want to catch the replay of last Thursdays, these were the hosts and panelists for that day.
Okay, our host was Rebecca. She's a buyer and planner. Didim is a compliance technician. Nim is an engineer. And Shamali is a former microbiologist.
And Nikki J is a nurse care manager. Lavani is a former software engineer. Pooja is an early childhood educator. Unguyet Ann is hematology and blood transfusion department manager. All of them are rocking this business, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes. So our replays has subtitles in any languages. So if your English is not that strong, you can watch with subtitles. And then our live webinars now is available with five languages. So that's Spanish, French, Vietnamese, Tagalog, and Arabic. So if you guys want to follow us in our Facebook business page, they are on the screen. So you can follow us and where they can follow you, sis Karen.
Okay, so they can follow me through my just type in Jarex and Karen, and you'll see my business page.
Okay, thank you so
Jarex is my husband.
Thank you. So that's how you can find Karen on her Facebook business page. And then if you guys want to learn how you can earn online, you can register in any of the websites that appear on the screen with your name and email address, and we'll send you that invitation to the same live webinar that we all watch and has changed the life of so many people in our community, and it keeps changing lives, including ours, in this business. So, um, what do you see when you get in? Where you gonna when you get to see the webinar, you're gonna be watching the how our business plan works, and also you're gonna hear the testimonials from members of our community. In addition to that, you get invited to a private Facebook group where you get to see more testimonials, success testimonials from members of our community, and also more information about the business. So we want to thank all our viewers that watch us today. Thank you to all our followers and for all your support. And also thank you to all the persons, the viewers that are going to be watching our replay. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from. And if you have any question, just put it in the comments and we are welcome to answer those questions. And of course, we want to thank our special guest today, Karen, for taking some time of her day today and share with us, and the audience. Your story was very inspiring. So I hope it touches so many lives today that are watching. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Karen.
Okay. And then so until the next episode of the Global Digital Success Talk. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.